Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T. On the show today, we got a lot to cover here. NFL's got a doubleheader, 3 playoff games from college football. NBA hits us with a 12-game card. College basketball hits us with a 100-plus game card. NHL, our usual Saturday card. We got a lot to cover. We'll throw in some parlays, maybe some team player props, and more here on the Tony Six Morning Show. So, as we always do, we'll introduce the cappers and we'll get right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
No, not too much. Bounce back day. Nice winning day, 4-2 yesterday, so can't complain. Good start to the weekend after the 0-4, bounce back to the 4-2. And yeah, as you said, loaded card, loaded college hoops card, loaded NBA card, loaded NHL. Lots of college football action. Definitely looking forward to today's action. And it starts early, right on through the day, so let's find some nice winners. Let's get to it.
Let's hit some winners indeed. Let's say hello to Ron. Ron, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, nice 3-in-1 day in basketball yesterday. Unfortunately, hockey just kicked my butt, so we got to figure out hockey really quick. But yeah, good to be here. It's our weekend, and good to see everybody in that chat that I see daily. You know, I'm in the chat, so it's great to be here on the weekends with you.
Absolutely. Solo, what's going on?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Not too bad. I think we went 3-1 yesterday. We dropped the ball, and we dropped some game. I can't even remember. Oh, we dropped the college basketball game with it doesn't matter. I can't even remember. So many games going on. But we're ready to hit the books. Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the money indeed. Yeah, I got to get to find the money 1 and 2 yesterday. The Heat, you have a perfect spot and you just choke on me, man. Butler didn't play much, but man, he had a no-show. I don't know about this team, man. I understand why they want to move some players. This was your spot right there. You should have taken it. The schedule makers give you a win. You got to take it when they give you a win. That's why you end up in play-in rounds, no doubt about that. Of course, Indiana.
I hope the chat played the parlay because it hit.
Yeah. Solo hit it. There it was. There we go.
All right, now, right.
They got it. The guys out there, they track it out there. We love our chat folks out in the chat. Providence saved my day here for me here.
Great call.
St. John's, like I said, man, you can't start conference. Your first true road game can't be a conference game. Come on, Patino, no better than that. You've been around this league a long time. Give these guys a taste of a road court before you start conference play. Oh my goodness!
But it was Friday night, though. He had them all jacked up, ready to go. We know what he does on Friday night, so he figured it was a perfect spot on a Friday night to
yes, sir,
kick some butt. That's usually where he shines, is Rick Pitino on a Friday night. That's why it's but now. Too many points there.
I was just hoping it wouldn't go to overtime. I'd lose by 6.
Yep. Yeah, that Charlotte team, that one squeaked under there. Charlotte, they still give too many. They should have allowed less points. This Sixers team, this Charlotte team has nothing without their scores in the lineup there. But that went under the total there. All right, let's get the show underway. We got NFL. Yeah, they're going to squeeze double, and they're going to do it again next week. They say playoff. No, NFL is going to come hard with their schedule here. All right, here we go. Texans and Chiefs here, 1 Eastern time, and 3:30 and 4:30 Eastern time are the games tonight. Today, I should say NFL. Chiefs 3.5, total 42.5. Steelers and Ravens. Right now, Ravens 7. There's some 6.5s out there. Total looks to be about 44.5. We get started with Rob.
Yeah, looking at these games here, I like the over in the Chiefs game. I think we see some points in that matchup. We know that normally we see a lower scoring one, but I think Houston's going to be able to throw the ball against that Chiefs defense and put up some points themselves. Especially because we know that the Chiefs defense definitely gives it up through the air, and I think CJ can have a half-decent game. I think he goes over his passing yards, and they pop some touchdowns. It's means the Chiefs going to have to score some touchdowns to keep up. So I like the over in that one, and then it's the Steelers and the Ravens. What do? They go under. They just smash the snot out of each other all the time, and we end up those divisional battles. It was a 45 down to 44, 44.5. Definitely shop your number on that one. I like the under in that one. I know we've seen Pittsburgh games kind of be trending the other way where we've seen some overs. Not in this one. This is one of those divisional smash mouth, beat the heck out of each other. Let me see how Pittsburgh survives this one to play again on Christmas Day. So I mean, it's just some teams here that got quite the schedule going. 3 games in 12 nights, 12 days? Ooh.
Yeah.
Tough one's coming.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's update the weather here. We're looking really no precipitation in KC. Going to be cold, 31 degrees, light wind in Baltimore, 11% chance of precipitation, 33 degrees. The wind is close to 20 miles per hour, about 18 miles per hour. So we may get some wind there in Baltimore. We'll see how that rolls here. So possibly a windy day. Keep an eye on that one there with Pittsburgh and Baltimore with the wind. Doesn't look like we're going to have any snow. Near freezing. This is pretty good. You get in the 30s. To me, it's pretty good football weather. I don't think it's that bad. It's when you get into the low 20s and colder is when I think you have impact there with the cold temperatures. So we now go on over to Ron.
Yeah, Rod said it, and what you just said about the weather report, Tony. That looks like a strong under, and if you look at the Pittsburgh-Baltimore series, man, it's always 3 to 4 points, man, every year, every single time they meet. So I'm going to have to leave with Tomlin. Tomlin didn't do it last weekend, but I think he was really focused on this one because they can win the division today if they can get this one done. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh plus the points in that one. And I've been riding it all year. Houston first half. I don't care where they're playing. They're playing in Houston. They're playing in Kansas City. They're playing in Miami. Wherever they play, they cover that first half, and they're only plus 1.5. So I'm going to take Houston plus 1.5 first half.
First half there from Ron. We move on over to Solo.
Chiefs and the Texans. I'm chasing the money today. I'm barking. I'm on the Texans on the money line. I think they find a way to get it done. I know C.J. Stroud's a California kid, but he got that Columbus background in him. He'll adjust to this cold weather. He'll be fine. The Texans will go up and down the field and score some points and win this game. The Ravens and the Steelers. I'm rolling with the MVP, Lamar Jackson. I'm going to lay the -6.5. Got my ass kicked last week, rocking with Mike Tomlin. Not this week. I'm going to take a break from the Steelers. I'm going to lay it at home with the Ravens.
Yep. Yeah, C.J. Stroud from the IE. So is Jaden Daniels from the IE. IE produces some NFL players out here from the IE. There. All right. Let's take a look here. Houston and KC. KC, what does KC do? They just go under. Right? They just find a way to go under. The defense is strong. The Chiefs' offense has kind of struggled here over the past 3 games. 3.8 yards per rush, 5.3 yards per pass attempt. KC, 9-0 the under at home against winning teams. Houston, 10-6 the under as a road dog. I know Patrick Mahomes is off that injury report, but he did tweak that ankle. So, some people have some high pain tolerance. Maybe that's Mahomes. Some guys can do it, but when we get deep into games, let's see what happens. You know what Houston will be looking at. They'll be looking at that.
Tony, I think he knows he has to win this week and next week. There's no doubt about it, and that's why he's making sure he's going to be in there to make it happen. All they have to do is win, pretty much one of these next 2. Because with Buffalo chasing them, down for that number 1 seed, I don't think they can win in Pittsburgh. And if I was going to rest him, I'd rest him next week because they're going to tear him up with his ankle next week. With that defense coming after him.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And you're right, Rod. That's what the third game in 10 days for the Chiefs on Christmas. So,
but the Steelers need to survive. The Steelers need to survive this week. Taking up Baltimore first to be able to see what kind of health they are for that Chiefs game. So,
well, you're right, but Pittsburgh, it's all in their court.
They're already getting beat up, so it could be a mash unit that the Chiefs face next week. We know T.J. Watt's not 100%. That line of the Steelers definitely not 100%. So
I got a problem with the receivers.
Well,
that's they don't get no separation. I don't like the receivers. I think they're going to hold them back.
We're going to go back to being Butterfingers again. Butterfinger.
Pickens out. Yeah, Pickens is out here. There, Baltimore Aguilar out. Of course, they did just cut a receiver there. Not really strong injury advantage here based on Chow Reigns here in this one with Steelers and Ravens. I'm going to take the points here with Pittsburgh. Man, look at what Pittsburgh's defense has done here against this Ravens team. It's incredible. Pittsburgh has won 8 of 9 against the Ravens. Really good defensive performance. They have allowed 19 points or fewer in their past 8 meetings with the Ravens. Something. That is something there. Baltimore 1-6 of the spread at home against the division. The division, they know they can beat this. They make big plays against the secondary, right? That's usually what's happened here in their divisional games. When you look at the Ravens in their 4 games against the division, giving up 30 points and 404 yards per game, they beat them deep. That's that they screw up in coverage. That's what happens there. I think these divisional teams have attacked this Ravens secondary, and that's been the pattern here. So I'll go ahead and take Pittsburgh here plus the points. All right, let's continue here on.
And that's what Lamar tries to do. We seen in the first meeting, that's what he does. He tries to go deep. He tries to force balls into bad situations. He had plenty of the underpass to plenty of Baltimore guys, and he just missed them. He was going deep for long bombs in that first one.
So, Tucker missed a lot of field goals, Rod, that day.
Yeah. Well, that too. So who gets the edge of the field goal? Yeah, you got to give it to the Steelers in that one. Definitely. Tucker's getting he's had a good career. It's starting to wind up here. He's not that young buck kicking 60-yarders anymore. So it is what it is, right? And then Lamar Jackson against the Steelers, it's like his kryptonite. What's he got? A 39 QB rating, 57% of his passes, the worst of against any team ever for Lamar Jackson is the Steelers.
There we go there from Ron. All right, let's continue here on Tony Stick Morning Show. We'll turn our attention to the college football. 3 playoff games tonight. We've got going SMU and Penn State at Penn State. Penn State has come down. We saw 9s earlier. Now it's down to 8. There's some 8.5s out there as well. Total 52.5. Clemson and Texas 13.5 from an opener of 10.5. So that's been a big move here. Total 50.5. Tennessee and Ohio State open 7, still 7. There are some 7.5s in the marketplace. Total 46.5. Let's take a quick peek here at the weather in these games. Doesn't look like we're going to have the snow, but let's see what we got now. No precipitation in Penn State, but 27 degrees. Some wind here, 18 miles an hour wind. So we got a little bit of wind there blowing in Penn State. Clemson and Texas, good 62 degrees, no precipitation, no wind whatsoever. Ohio State at Tennessee at Ohio State, no precipitation, 25 degrees, light wind. So there you go with the updates. Now, if you want to throw in some FCS playoffs, you may do so here in the college football segment. We'll start out with Rod.
We tried that once. Remember, we tried that last week, and it didn't work. I went with an under, and it cruised right over to the over. So yeah, we're going to stay away from the FCS football action. Looking at SMU taking on Penn State, I like the over here. I think we see plenty of points. We've seen Penn State's defense definitely not as stout as it used to be. I think SMU will be able to score plenty enough points. So will Penn State be able to score some points on SMU. So at 52.5, yeah, I think we get into the 60s there in that one. And then looking at Clemson taking on Texas, I think that's just too many points. Even at the 10.5 where it was, I'm still going to go with Clemson. I don't care what's going on. I think Dabo can make a plan here for Texas. And we've seen Texas plenty of times this season play down to their opponent. They haven't blown anybody out of the gym or off the field or anything. They just love to keep things close. I'm going to take Ehlers' ears to throw a couple interceptions as well. Clemson will have a game plan for him. Texas is not running them right off the field here. Definitely not going to happen in this one. I'll grab the 13.5 points. It's not a Texas blowout here. Look how much money's coming in on Texas. And everywhere I look, it's Texas. Texas is the king of the – they haven't even played the damn game yet. Give me Clemson plus the points in that one.
There we go from Rod. All right. Move on over to Ron.
Yeah, how do you follow that? No, I kind of agree with Rod. I mean, I liked it at 11. I would not go above 11. I mean, I did like Texas at 11. And I'll tell you, Cape Kludnik's not going to be able to throw the ball. They're not going to be able to run the ball against Texas. And I would go with a strong under in this one. For the other game, I'm going to take SMU. I think SMU can, and I've been against Penn State all year, and they keep piling on me. But I think SMU can hang around just enough to get that backdoor cover. Jennings is a great quarterback and a great running quarterback. And you saw what Gabriel did to Penn State, man. And I'm really surprised that Penn State put up that many points on Oregon and vice versa. So I agree with Rod. I think we're over on that one. So over and SMU and then under for me on the Clemson-Texas game. With that line going to 13.5, I'm not messing with it.
There from Ron. We'll move on over to Solo.
Yeah, I agree with strong panel. SMU, Penn State over. SMU is going to run up and down the field, score some points. As far as landing with Penn State, it's a tricky situation because James Franklin, when he's the underdog, he's going to lose. When he's the favorite, he's going to cover. I'm just going to take the points and stay away from this one. The Clemson-Texas game, I'm landing with the Longhorns. Austin will be rocking. This quarterback from Clemson is ass. He can't throw the ball. He will not be successful today. This line is beat up. They're going to be coming around that corner. He is going to feel this pressure. I'm laying it with Texas. I think it's a rout. One more here. What's the last game? Oh, Tennessee,
Tennessee.
Tennessee and Ohio State. I'm going Tennessee money line.
There you go.
I don't want
Tennessee.
to give you too much. I'm going Tennessee money line.
There we go here from Solo. I'll tell you what I think here in these games. We're getting points with a lot of good teams here. I'm gonna probably be dog the whole way here. I'm gonna look here at SMU plus the 9. Penn State against these good rushing defenses, allow 120 rushing yards per game or fewer. 0-3 of the spread at home against these type of teams. Remember, USC put up 30 on them. Oregon 45. I'll take SMU. I like the way SMU, once they got through the stage fright, I think that conference championship game is going to help them. They got that big stage. They got through it. This is another stage they're going to be on. Let's don't have that slow start like we had last game. So I'll look here at the SMU here plus the points. Clemson and Texas again. I think it's just a little too many points for this to lay in a game like this, and especially against a defense like Clemson that we see. We didn't see it here in the championship game, but I think they can keep it close enough to cover in this one. We are looking at good weather here. We look here at this defensive form for Clemson over on the road, holding teams at 3.5 yards a carry, 57% completion rate. And the Longhorns offense over their past 3 games put up 22 points, 4.2 yards per rush, 61% completion rate. So I'll look at Clemson plus the points. Yeah, I can look at plus the 7 here with Tennessee in this spot. Against the non-conference, Ohio State 3-5 the spread at home. Vols 5-0 the spread in the non-conference. You know what the Vols like to do? They like these non-conference opponents. They have just literally pounded non-conference teams this year. Although it didn't hold up in the conference but they just literally laid it on these non-conference opponents this year. This Tennessee team on the road, they're putting up 29 points a game. They run the ball. They throw for 7.5 yards pass temp. Again, 3 good teams getting points. You got to look at the dogs in the spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we move our attention over to the NBA. They feed us a 12 or 13 game card. I can't remember how many. I think it was 12, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of games tonight from the NBA. Late starts. We start them at 6 Eastern time. So we'll go ahead and turn our attention to the NBA. We'll start here with Lakers and Kings. Meaning again here, we got the Kings laying 6, total 228. Heat here at the Magic. The Magic here laying 3, total 8.5. Grizzlies and Hawks. We've got the Grizzlies at 0.5, total 241.5. Doesn't look like John Morant's going to play in this game if memory serves me correct. They just done these games. Let's take a look here. Lakers here, notables here, LeBron and Davis questionable, Hachimura probable. Carter out for Sacramento, Keegan Murray, Lyles questionable. Miami looks like Butler's probable. Richardson questionable. Boncaro, Wagner out for Orlando. Harris questionable. Suggs probable. So there you go with the injuries in these two. Actually, let's look at the Memphis side, right? Huff out, Morant doubtful, Smart questionable. Okongwu, Zeller out for Atlanta. Trae Young questionable. There you go with the injuries. Start with Rod.
Yeah, pass on the Lakers, Sacramento, pass on the Heat and Magic. Not touch any of those 2 games. I'm looking at Memphis and Atlanta. I like the over. Teams that just love to run and gun. Atlanta doesn't play a whole lot of defense. Sometimes they do. It's more when Trey's playing, they play some defense. But majority of the time, we're getting well up over the 240s and getting an over. So we see what Memphis can do, run and gun. So they're quite happy to run and gun. Give me the over between Memphis and Atlanta. I think we easily get into the 250s in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over, Rod.
I like it.
Yeah, we got the rematch with the Lakers and the Kings. I'm taking the Kings this time. I just don't like the Lakers on the road. I don't like they do. They're only covering like 33% games on the road this year. Miami, like you said, Tony, man, they had their shot last night, and now they get Orlando. Orlando's one of the best teams in the league covering against the spread at home. I'm going to take the Magic in that one, and yeah, keep riding Memphis there, and they just keep winning. So I'm gonna take Memphis in that one.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm agree with OG Ron. See, the Grizzlies at home, you got to sign me up. I'm gonna take the Grizzlies on the money line. We'll see what happens with Ja, but early in the season when he was out, they had a lot of depth. I think they'll be fine in this matchup, especially with the injuries that the Hawks have. So let's lay it with the Grizzlies. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Heat Magic, I'm taking the under. These teams struggle to score. We watched what's the homie name? Butler roll his ankle last night, go out. Tony just said he's back for this one. I'm not sure he'll be 100%. I think points will be premium. I'm going to take this total over. And I'm going to take the Lakers on the money line. I just don't like this Kings team. I think LeBron or AD will play. I just think this Kings thing is self-destructing, and I think they'll find a way to blow it at the end. I'm gonna take the Lakers on the money line. If you can't stomach it, take the points.
There we go from Solo. Say what I think about these games. There's someone I do a show with that always reminds me, never take the Kings as a favorite at home. And he's right. He did tell me that. So I'm going to follow his advice again. They have not been a good home favorite. Matter of fact, I looked that number up here over the past few seasons. 18-30 the spread as the home favorite. Boy, what I don't know what LeBron, man, he looked really sharp. That speed came back in those legs the other night. I mean, that's something there. But yeah, they've got a lot of rest too. I think that helps the Lakers, all this rest. So I'll look at them.
Carrying his son anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
He's not carrying his rest.
He don't hold his son on his knee for baby pictures anymore. So he's been good.
The magic of showing they can win and cover at home, even without their guys. Orlando, look at the spread record at home, 31-11 the past few seasons. Actually, 31-11 is the spread at home, facing bad defensive teams that allow 46% shooting or greater. I'll take Orlando. Give me the team that defends. They get by with defense and rebounding, and doing that against Miami in a back-to-back, that's enough for me. I'll take Orlando there in that spot. We're looking at the Memphis game next. I've got to look at Memphis. They can play without Ja. And Hawks form, they're resorting back to their bad defensive form. So that good defense didn't last very long. Didn't last long. Over their past 5, giving up 50% shooting, 38% from three. They're not shooting well. And boy, with this Memphis team shooting and rebounding there, it's not a long trip for Memphis to go to Atlanta. So I'll take care of Memphis in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we get ready here for the next series of games from this card from the NBA. Next up, we got the Jazz and the Nets. Nets 2.5, total 221.5. Knicks and Pelicans. Knicks 8.5 on the road, total 225. Warriors and Timberwolves. Both teams are going to be mad in this game. We've got T-Wolves 3, total 213.5. Both teams coming off some awful looking losses here. Let's keep an eye here on these injuries. Any notables here we could pass along to you guys here as we handicap here. Looks like for Utah, just Keontae George questionable. For Brooklyn, Bogdanovich, Cam Thomas out. Watford Williams out as well. Knicks game, just Robinson out. For New Orleans, Alvarado, Ingram, Makovic, Williamson out. These questionable. There you go. Let's see the Golden State game, right? Warriors here. Just Moody probable. So looks like Golden State may be at full strength here. Just Ingles out for Minnesota. So it looks like two pretty healthy squads here with Warriors and Timberwolves. We start with Rod.
Tough slot here. You're looking at Minnesota taking on the Warriors. Warriors look definitely. Both those teams got beat up in their last match out. So who do I trust to bounce back more? I'll take Minnesota to bounce back more. They're at home here in this one. Still trust what I see from the Warriors in that last game out. So give me Minnesota there in that one. And then Utah and Brooklyn. Give me the under 221.5. I think we got a slower paced game going on in that one. We sneak under the total of 221.5.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Ron.
I damn sure don't trust Utah on the road, so give me the Nets in that one. That's pretty easy. The Knicks, man, I cannot figure this team out. The other night, you go with them, you go against them, and then they just burn you. But they are playing probably the worst team in the league with the Pelicans, so I would have to lean the Knicks, but a slight lean to the Knicks. And Golden State, Curry ain't shooting. He's not going to get only 2 points tonight. And Golden State's one of the best teams on the road, always have been. Give me the Warriors plus the 3.
Warriors there there with Ron on over to Solo.
Timberwolves Warriors game. Like you say, both these teams struggled in the last performance. I think we get a bounce back. I'm gonna take the over 216. I think these teams get up and down and score some points. What's the next one? I'm sorry. The Jazz and the Nets game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This total's down about 20 points consistently with the Jazz typical numbers. I'm gonna take the Jazz over. I know most people are probably concerned about how the Nets gonna get the points. Hey, like Tony said earlier in the week, they got a bunch of guys that's trying to play and get contracts and get to the money. They're gonna run up and down and shoot that ball today. We're going over 220. And I'm gonna lay it with the Knicks. I just don't like this Pelicans team. I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna lay it with the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns is playing ball right now. Brunson isn't even really in that mood right now, in that mode, that playoff mode. But that's coming later on in the season. I'm gonna lay it with the Knicks. I just think they're a far better team.
So yeah, just some of the chat questions. I'm showing Ingram out as well there. For
his ankle, he's like 2 to 3 weeks, Tony. Last I heard.
And Lakers are eyeing him. So again, it's going to be tough to trade for guys that are hurt there.
They already had him.
They already had him. He's an expiring contract. They want him out. They want to move him. They want to move their expiring. They want to get these. They want to get some trip picks. We'll see how it rolls here. Again, like Solo said, Utah 10-3 the over on the road. They don't play. These are the two of the worst defensive teams in the league. Utah last in road defensive efficiency. Brooklyn second to last in home defensive efficiency. So got no defense on either side. Go over in this one, Utah and Brooklyn. Memphis and we did that one already. We're going to go here to the Knicks next side here. Let's take a look here at the Knicks. Knicks and Pelicans. I like the over in this game. Pels 5-0 the over at home against the Eastern Conference. The way New York is playing right now, they're really moving the ball. They're putting points up, and New Orleans really not defending very well whatsoever. Pelicans at home 26 in defensive efficiency, and I think the Knicks can at least get to 125. Can you break? And I think New Orleans can crack 100. So I like that over in that one between the Knicks and the Pelicans. Warriors and T-Wolves. These are two teams coming off embarrassing losses. I'm going to go with Minnesota only because they've defended well. I know they had that bad game against the Knicks. May have just been a one-off, but I think they get back to their ways, playing good defense. And the Warriors form horrible on both sides. They're not shooting well. They're not defending well. I like the T-Wolves there in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. We continue on with this NBA card here for tonight, for Saturday. Next up will be Sixers and Cavs. We got the Cavs laying 11, total 219.5. Wizards and the Bucks. Bucks here 11.5, total 223. Celtics and the Bulls. We've got the Celtics now 11.5. There's some 12s popping up, total 243. Let's take a look at some of the notables out in these games here, in these slated games. Looks like just Hauser questionable for Boston. Giddey, Terry questionable for Chicago. In the Philly game, there'll be no Embiid. There'll be no McCain for Philly. Man, Embiid, you got your mask on. That's what we told you to do. Okay, listen to me. now you're not going to play. All right, Martin here questionable. Okoro out for Cleveland. And the Washington-Milwaukee game, Bay and Kuzma out for Washington. They need Kuzma to play because they need to move him. Lillard out for Milwaukee there in that one. All right, I think we got you caught up with the injuries. Let's go over to Rod.
Yeah, and I'll take the Wizards plus the 11.5. I just don't trust the Bucks covering a big giant number. Not with the guys they got out there. So give me the Wizards plus the 11.5 there in that one. And Boston they got outrighted by Chicago, so are they going to be mad? I'm not laying 12 with the Boston team. No chance. Forget that. Give me the Bulls plus the 12 there in that one. And then I'll lay the 11 with Cleveland. I don't trust the 76ers here on a back-to-back. Cleveland just rolled last night. I think they can just roll over the 76ers again by 15 plus. More like 20. Give me the Cleveland Cavs there in that one.
Yeah, looking for the Cavs there in a smash. That's on over to Ron.
Yeah, so Embiid plays one day and now he's out. You're saying what the hell? Give me the Cavs. Cavs smash big time again, just like they did the Bucks last night. Oh Lord, it's gonna be like one day, kind of like Davis, man, day to day Embiid now for them. Rod, Washington and Milwaukee. Washington gives up the points. I would say, take Milwaukee, but you're right, Rod. I'm not laying points at the bus. Give me the over in that one. There's no way. And yeah, I think the Celtics come for revenge big time, and give me Boston in that rematch from the other night.
There from Ron on over to Solo.
Where we at 76ers Cavs. I'm with the strong panel here. I'm landing with the Cavs. I told y'all early in the season, I just don't like the 76ers team. They continue to show me that they just don't have what it takes to get to the next level. This team is laying down. They don't have the heart. They're pointing the finger, and this is not a very good team. So let's take the Cavs. Strong team. It's a huge number, but I think they covered that today. Also like that over in that game. The Wizards and the Bucks. I'm gonna take the Wizards. I don't love this game, guys, but this is a slight lean. I'm gonna take the Wizards with the points. Right. Don't go crazy on this one. Don't hold me to this one. Let's take the Wizards with the points. But I do like the Bulls with the points. This Celtics team over the last couple of weeks, maybe it's the injuries, maybe it's just the tape and the threes not falling, but things are catching up. Teams are getting a little closer. I'm gonna take the Bulls plus 10.
There from a Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bulls plus the points here. Boston's failed to cover 4 or 5. They're just not tightened defensively. That's the thing with the we've talked about this Celtics team, why they don't cover games. They're not playing that elite defense they had played last year. You can understand with that deep playoff run, they don't want to tighten the reins too much. I think you'll see it as we get post All-Star break, we'll start to see Boston's form improve defensively. But until then, when you have these big lines, I'm just going to go ahead and take the points. I'll take Chicago here plus 11.5 in this spot. Let's see what's up next here in these games. We're going to get into. We got that one in. We're going to look at the Sixers. Yeah, we're going to take Cleveland in this spot. This is actually, believe it, a first back-to-back on the road for the Sixers. But man, this Cavs have been too strong at home. 12-4 to the spread as a home favorite, and they've been smashing.
Oh, well, that's
teams.
why he's not playing.
That's right. Yeah,
that's why he's not playing. It's a
He said he
back-to-back.
wasn't playing the back-to-backs all season. So
All season, yeah.
Yep. That was it. No back-to-backs, but they got that nice mask for him, though. That looked pretty cool. Wizards and Bucks. Yep, I'm with Solo. Take the Wizards here. Believe it or not, the Wizards have figured out how to play defense over their past 5 games, holding teams to 45% shooting, 31% from 3. Where did this come from?
They put Kuzma on the bench.
That's it. Kuzma on the bench, and that's what it took. But anyway, I'll take the plus there with Washington. Milwaukee in a back-to-back here. Milwaukee has failed to cover 8 of 12 at home. And they're 0-4 to the spread and back-to-backs this year. 0-4 to the spread and back-to-backs this year are the Bucks. So I'll take the points in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we close out the NBA.
You only put Kuzma out there when he gets to get them garbage points to get the backdoor cover for the Wizards, because he'll smash the ball on us. Somebody's just dribbling out to kill the game, and Kuzma's like, "Give me that ball. I'm going to go score some points."
But he was always great on defense with the Lakers, wasn't he, Tony? He was always a great defender.
Well, it's El Matador in Washington.
Yeah, well, that's just the Washington
Right.
culture.
Ole.
Yeah, the Washington, they just man,
Run right by me.
yeah, it's and the Lakers like to pluck Washington. That's been one of their trading partners. Maybe they need to think like a different trading partner. It just has been working Washington players.
It's just not working. Stop trading with the Wizards.
They always trade with the Wizards all the time. I don't get it. Yeah. But anyway. We'll close it out here. Trailblazers Spurs. Spurs now up to 7 in some spots, 6.5, total 226.5. Clippers and Mavericks. Here we go. A lot of rematch games tonight. Of course, they don't want the guys traveling around Christmas time. I guess they just keep them in the cities. Makes sense. We got Dallas 3.5, total 221. Pistons and the Suns. Suns 6, total 225. Let's take a look. I thought I saw Booker out tonight. Let's take a look at some of these injuries here in these games. We got the usual man out for the Clippers. We know Leonard, Brown, Tucker out as well. Luka still out for Dallas. Exum, Hardy, Williams also out. Looks like Irving going to play this one there. Very rarely you see Spencer Dinwiddie was the second leading scorer in that game the other night. Another former Laker there. Portland, San Antonio. Spurs have a clean sheet here. Clean injury report for San Antonio. Thibault out. Batten questionable for Portland. Detroit and Phoenix. Stewart out. Ivy probable for Detroit. On the Phoenix side, Booker out. Gillespie out. Bull questionable. So there we go. Bull. That's a name from the past there from the Oregon.
Bull. From
the Oregon school there. So Booker out. So we get it underway with Rod.
The first one I'm looking at, I'll lay it with Dallas here. They'll bounce back after getting beat up last game, especially with Irving in. He'll take the point and lead that team to the big win over the Clippers there in that one. Dallas is just one of those teams that does bounce back. I believe they're 19-5 ATS following a beat down as a favorite. So give me Dallas there in that one. I don't trust the Suns to cover anything over 5 points. So give me the Pistons plus the 5 points there, especially with Booker being out. The Suns team, I don't know. They're one of those teams that it seems like they need to be motivated to get up for some games sometimes, and they just seem unmotivated at times. So give me the Pistons plus the 5.5 in that one.
Yeah, from Ron, we move on over to Ron.
Yeah, you figure, with Durant back, they're going to cover. It didn't happen the other night. I'm with Rod. Give me Detroit. Detroit's 9-5 on the road this year. On the road as an underdog, they're really good on the road. So give me Detroit in that one. Dallas finds a way even without Luka. Dallas always finds a way to win. So I would. It's probably low enough. You can probably take the money line on Dallas on that one. And I like the way Portland's playing it on the road. You don't see San Antonio as a home favorite too much, and I would take Portland in that one.
There from Ron over to Solo.
Yeah, let's check it out. Spurs and the Blazers. I like what our OG Ron C said right there, but I'm going to take the over. I think these teams get up and down and score some points. Blazers got some young legs, and they play to the end. They're going to fire till the whistle blows. The Clippers and the Mavs. Kyrie's back in. I think we see some points in this one. I'm going to take the over 221. I don't really like those numbers. It's a fishy little line. So I'm going to take that total over 221. It's one more game. I'm going to take the Pistons on the money line. You guys can take the points. Take it how you want to take it. Booker's out. This Suns team doesn't look as strong as I thought they were. When everybody's together, it's like Tony said, they smoke, but one or two players is missing. They just don't look as strong. They got some issues. They can't really make it up if anybody goes down. I'm going to take a shot and hold my nose. I'm taking the Pistons on the money line.
There from Solo, money line there from Solo. I'd say what I like. I like Portland here plus the points. Spurs 0-3. The spread is the home favorite of 6.5 to 12 points. They've not been good in this role, and the Spurs defense has not been faring well. And Portland's pretty much healthy. They got their guys back there. Your Shaden Sharps are hitting the scoring sheet. You got Anthony Simons. They've got some talent there, but they've been injured. They can't get them all together. Now we got the Portland guys together now, so let's see where they can do some damage. I'll take the points there with Portland with their stars healthy together and on the court. I'm going to lay it here with Dallas. Irving is back. There is no Luka in this one, but Irving, at least Irving's going to play. LA here defensively is kind of tapered down a little bit, allowing 47% shooting. Mavs have been 3-1 to the spread at home, falling a home loss as a favorite. So they've been able to bounce back after a home loss as a favorite on a homestand. So I'll take Dallas in that spot. I'm with the Pistons plus the points here. I'm sorry, I like the Pistons, but I like the over better in this game. Suns 6-2 the over against the Eastern Conference. The Pistons have gone over in 4 of 5. Both the Suns over their past 5 shooting the ball well, but not defending, giving a 41% from 3, 48% overall. It's the defense again for the Suns. No Booker there, as we know. And we look at the Pistons shooting form has been pretty good over their past 5 at 49%, 39% from 3, but not defending three-point shot very well. Look over there, Detroit and Phoenix. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Spicks Morning Show. We got you through the NBA. Let's go to this college card. What we do this time of the year, we don't really do time blocks. We just ask the cappers, just give us what you got. 100-plus card from college hoops today. We started off with Rod.
That's a card.
Yeah, and looking at this one here, rolling down. There's a lot in today's action. I'm looking at. I think Marquette Xavier. I think that's too many points now for Marquette laying 5 on the road there in that one versus Xavier. I'll take Xavier plus the 5. This always comes down to who's got the ball last. So I'll take the 5 points in that one. Another one I'm looking at here. I like Presbyterian against Manhattan. In the Presbyterian at home here, 7-3 against that number, and only having to lay 3.5. I got them by 6 or 7 over Manhattan in that one. So lay the 3.5 there. Looking at, I like Clemson here over Wake Forest. You look at Wake, 3-9 against that number, and coming on the road, going into Clemson, tough place to come play. I like Clemson by 10 plus there. So lay the 8.5. Shop that number around, get the best number there. Lay it with Clemson. So double Clemson today. Take Clemson plus the points and lay it in basketball. Double Clemson parlay. Double Clemson parlay for me today. Since somebody in the chat says, no, don't do Clemson. Well, I like Clemson double today. So that's just what I like there today. And look, you know what? I like UNLV here. Laying the 9.5 against Riverside. Riverside's going to have to depend on the 3, right? And if they get ice cold, especially on the road, seen them lay plenty of eggs and throw plenty of bricks on the road, this Riverside team. So give me UNLV to roll Riverside in that one by 10 plus in that one. And then there's one more later. Where is it? You know what? I like Purdue plus the 8.5 against Auburn. I think everyone's going to be jumping all over Auburn in that one to blow out Purdue. And Purdue's been hanging with teams. Even after losing their guy to the leg injury for the season, they've still been a scrappy bunch at times. So give me Purdue plus the 8.5 going into Auburn. I think it's closer than people think.
Yeah, Riverside. That's the ESPN Plus for you. Wait till week Thursday and we get those late night Big West games going on all at once. On over to Ron.
Yeah, Rod, really, Purdue, huh? Okay.
See, everybody's. I know what it is. Auburn still wins the game, but I think Purdue can keep it close. I think it's a 2-3.
All right, that's it. You're not getting a hat now. You are not getting a hat. Oh man, really? Yeah. I'm agreeing with Clemson. You know, Clemson beats everybody but the SEC. So, yeah, give me Clemson in that one. Let's go to the Wooden Classic. I think aren't they honoring old Bill Walton today too? There, Tony.
I didn't
In
catch
the
that.
Wooden Classic?
I didn't catch that. Was it at Madison Square Garden tonight, right? Usually they played in
Yeah.
Indiana. Yeah.
They usually play out in the West Coast somewhere, but yeah, I'm going to take UCLA to win in that one. Hey, this one's an automatic all year. Give me Drake. Green Bay does not even deserve to be on this planet this year.
No. Michigan Tech.
How do you lose to Michigan Tech? Come on, Doug Gottlieb. Get off the air.
Get off the
Get
damn
your
radio.
butt in the classroom. Get your butt in the locker room and start coaching this team. Give me Drake big in that one. Give me Santa Clara. Love Santa Clara. Love the way they're playing. Very deep team. So give me Santa Clara minus a 17.5 in that one. I won't mess with that Auburn game, Rod, but I will take the over. I think that one's like 93, 80 something.
I like the over.
Easily.
I think we definitely get some points for both teams.
Butler at home. I'm looking at Butler at home. I don't know what's going on with this UConn team, but I just don't trust them this year. You know, I know they pulled it out the other night, but I'm gonna take Butler at home in that one. And another team rolling, St. Bonnie's. Give me St. Bonnie's in that one. And Bradley had a tough one the other night, but I think they bounced back big against Canisius here. So give me Bradley.
Yeah, Gottlieb, you got to have personality to recruit. I mean, you do, he's always complaining, really negative on the air, very negative. You're just not going to get players to play for that type of person. He doesn't have the personality to recruit players. He needs to be a pro coach. That works in pros. Doesn't work, when the general manager signs their players, but you can't be a grouch. You just cannot be a grouch, hate everything.
Exactly.
You do the hate radio, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You got to be a little positive here if you're going to coach kids. That's just the way you're not going to recruit anybody over there. On over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Syracuse Maryland game. I think Will is one of the better coaches in America. I don't think he gets enough credit. I think he's going to apply the pressure to Syracuse. The Syracuse team is really not that strong. I watched them last week versus Georgetown. They don't really have the shooters. They got some good size and they can rebound, but they can't defend the perimeter and they don't make shots. They're in big trouble today. I'm going to lay it with Maryland minus 11.5. Old Dominion versus Louisiana Monroe. Louisiana Monroe is trash, okay? Chris Richard is the coach. I've known him for about 30 years, since my days at Louisiana Tech when I was a young pup. This guy is terrible. Take Old Dominion on the money line. And here's one I love, guys. The Memphis, Mississippi State, they're going to get up and down, baby, over 152.
There we go from Solo. All right, say what I think. I'm looking at the Wooden Classic here. I'm going to go ahead and agree with Ron here. I'm going to take UCLA. Their recent form has been really strong. This wins against Arizona. Going on the road, winning at Oregon was very impressive for me here. Their offensive numbers. I know they played a lot of cupcakes in there. That's the thing I've got with UCLA at the home. There hasn't been a whole lot of fans in those home stadiums. You're playing the Prairie A&Ms. You're playing the Riders. You're playing all Boston U. You're not getting fans in that arena because you're not playing anybody. But when they played somebody, they've other than New Mexico of late, they've shown improvement. So I'll take them here in this spot. Ohio State dealing with injuries to some of their to Mickey Johnson, Bradshaw, questionable. 1-3 is a spread away from home, shooting just 38% in their neutrals and road games. I'll lay it with Kentucky in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks of the Morning show as we got you through college hoops. We'll lead on to hockey, but first we're going to let's see what Solo has for sale over at Tony's Picks. And Solo has been putting up some great numbers here over on the side. See him on the leaderboard this morning. Also has been cranking in the NFL. Solo, big day today. What do you have for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, we loaded today. We took it light during the week when them games a little slight. We think we got about 7 total picks today. We sprinkled over all the sports. Sign up with me short term, long term. Pair me up one of the strong guys on the panel. We get into the bank, baby. It's that time of the year. We rolling. Get on board with us.
Get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Long-term pass the way to go, guys. Remember that 3-day pass has you covered for the NFL cover. We got 15 games coming up the next 3 days in the NFL. So get on board here with Solo and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. The link to the description, you'll see Solo right there on the leaderboard. Click this link and get signed up. All right, Solo, as always, great having the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good luck.
Good luck, my man. We'll see you later.
Buddy.
I got it. So here on the 26 Morning Show. All right, let's continue on. We go to the ice tonight here. We got Ron, and Ron's going to put on his skates today as well.
Oh, I got my skates on.
He's got his skates on. He's ready to go here. All right. I heard you needed that was that icy weather out there your way. I was reading about not too long ago.
Yeah, this actually down to 20s this morning. So yeah,
up there. All right, let's cover the afternoon action. 137 and the 407s here. We got Kings at the Predators, a road trip that never ends here. The Kings at $1.10, both sides, total 5.5. Sharks and Oilers, we've got the Oilers, big favorites here, 425, total 6.5. Guess they're going to start the hockey night in Canada with that one. Blackhawks and Flames here. We got the Flames, $1.55, total 5.5. We started off here with Rock.
They've got two lined up just in case one gets boring, right?
That's right.
They got the Chicago taking on Calgary and then San Jose Edmonton. If one turns into a blowout, you can swap it over, I guess, in that one. So, for me, looking in that one, do you trust the Oilers to try to cover that big giant number? The Sharks have been covered puck line. So, for me, I would lean to the Sharks plus the 1.5. Oilers win. It's just day games. Oilers are scary proposition in day games. They just don't sometimes get up for these ones. So give me the Sharks plus the 1.5 there in that one. And I like your Kings here in this spot. I can't trust Nashville. Nashville's ass at all. So I'm going to take the Kings on the puck line. I think they beat up on Nashville today. The way they've been playing this road trip, they did have that one loss, but they had some nice rest in between here. So I think they beat up on Nashville there in that one. As Nashville's failed to cover the puck line in 9 straight versus the Pacific opponent. So give me the Kings on the puck line there in that one.
From Rod on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the Kings, man. I'm not trusting Nashville anymore. I had them the other night losing in overtime. I was like, Jesus, man, just blew a lead. And, yeah, I cannot trust the Nashville Predators. And I don't know why, because with the power that they have and the great goalie, it does not make sense how they're not winning games. And I'm not – until they can show me that they can win some games, yeah, I'm going to take the Kings all day in that one. Sharks, 12-7 on the puck line. Edmonton 5-13 on the puck line at home. Give me the Sharks plus 1.5 in that one.
There from Iran. All right, let's go to the 707s here. We got a lot here of the 707s. So the 707s, we got Red Wings, Canadiens. We've got the Red Wings, $1.16, total 6. Blue Jackets, Flyers. Flyers, $1.48, total 6.5. Sabres and Bruins. Bruins, $1.77, total of 6. Islanders and Maple Leafs. We've got Maple Leafs, $1.60, total of 6. Wild and the Jets. Jets, $1.68, total 5.5. And the 707s end with Penguins and Devils. Devils, $2.25, total 6.5. We start here with Rod.
Yeah, looking at Detroit taking on Montreal. Hey, Montreal got the win yesterday, so we'll flop. Give me Detroit there to get the win today. Upset did Montreal in Detroit, so I'm going to swap it. Give me Detroit coming into Montreal, get themselves the win there in that one, because it should be Primo getting the start for Montreal. I see that guy in goal. I'm running the other way. Give me Detroit there. And Buffalo, you can't even beat Matt Murray. You're going to lose here against Boston. No chance, especially on the back-to-back spot. Tough spot for Buffalo. In that one, should be Reimer getting the start, I believe. Yep, Reimer getting the start for Buffalo. Yep, Boston rolls them there. And then I'm looking at the I think you got to go with the Jets here. Minnesota on the back-to-back. They lost too. So give me the Jets here at home. I believe that's a revenge game. I think Minnesota won earlier. Won 4. No, it's been dominance by the Jets. They just own Minnesota. Holy, they've won, 2 already this year versus them? Won 7 straight? Yeah, give me the Jets. Take Jets in regulation if you can find it. If not, take them on the puck line.
There from Rod on over to Ron.
Yeah, I was on Detroit last night. Got caught there late, so yeah, I'm gonna flip it, flop it, and give me Detroit as a road favorite in that one today. Columbus and Philadelphia. I'm gonna take the Flyers. I think this is a great spot for the Flyers. Looks like got Merzlikins against Urson, if I'm not mistaken, but Columbus is just horrible on the road, 4-13. So give me the Flyers. Got a nice little price with that one. I agree with the Boston Bruins. It's at -170, so I'm going to take them in regulation. Give me the Boston Bruins in that one.
From Ron. All right, let's close out hockey with the late night West Coast games. the 10:07s. 10:07s will be Senators at Canucks. Canucks here, $1.26, total 5.5. Kraken and Golden Knights. Golden Knights, $1.88, total 6, over Rod.
And for me, I would lead to Ottawa, just the way they're playing. I don't want to go against that freight train. They've been playing some pretty good hockey, and in part to Allmark standing up. I believe six of the last 7 games they've won. So coming in here to Vancouver, should be a pretty good goalies duel. Allmark versus Demko, and that's why the total's at 5.5. So I would lean to an under there, but I think Ottawa gets the win. And then Vegas at home, just too tough. There's the revenge spot. I believe Seattle won 4-3 back in Seattle earlier this season. Vegas gets the revenge. Give me Vegas on the puck line over Seattle in that one.
There from Rod. Now over to Ron.
Well, Rod, if we match on everything today, so we're either going to have a great day or a bad day. Ottawa. Vancouver's horrible at home. 6-11. Not trusting Vancouver at home. I love them on the road, but not at home. And Vegas doesn't lose at home, do they? Well, yeah, they kind of do, but not today. Give me 12-3 Las Vegas Golden Knights against Seattle. They're just unbeatable at home, and they trip up maybe once in a while, but I'm going to go back to them right here. Give me Vegas in that one.
There from Ron. All right, we got you through the hockey here, all the games. So now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment where the cappers can give out parlays, player props, team props, or a game come up in the future. Let's start this one off with Rob.
And we're going to go to the NBA. We're going to take lay the points with the Magic, lay the points with Dallas, lay the points with the Cavs. Little 3-teamer in the NBA action today. Love that.
There from Rod on over to Ron.
Oh, let's see here. Definitely going to give you some soccer, but I hope everybody got AC Milan. I put it in the chat yesterday. Going to go with Arsenal -1. I think that's a good spot for them against Crystal Palace today. So we'll take Arsenal -1 there. NFL, I'm going to go with I know everybody hates this, but I'm going to go with Pittsburgh plus a 6.5. And let's see, NHL, give me Detroit.
From Ron, I give you a 3-teamer here. I like the Texans Chiefs under. I'm also going to take SMU here plus the points. NBA, I'm going to go with Jazz Nets over the total there with my 3-teamer there here from NBA. All right, we got you through the Parlay Purple segment. Let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Again, it's a massive weekend of action. As I said, still 15 games on the NFL card the next 3 days. Got the college football playoffs here, a lot of NBA hockey, massive college basketball card as well. Let's see what Rod's got cooking over at Tony's Picks. You can see the results from Rod, over 1,200 units of profit for the year. Rod, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
And for sale at Tony's Picks, I just got to put them up in packages for you. I've got 5 college hoops plays, absolutely love. I got a 3-pack in the NFL. I've got a couple in the college football as well, 1 NBA, 1 NHL. So definitely, instead of having to buy all those individually, come aboard something long term, and you'll get all those plays that I got rolling today. And then you'll also be available if something late steam shows up on the action today that I find. That way you get those emailed right to you when you're aboard long term. That's what you get. You get those late steam plays emailed directly to you, so you don't miss out on those plays when you're aboard long term with us. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper every once in a while. You see, I'm not the only odd capper over at Tony's Picks. Nothing wrong with that. Hit the link in the description. Get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases. Let's have a big day together. Join me. Let's crush the books.
Crush the books. See Rod putting great numbers together. Get on board with Rod on that long-term pass. Let's see what Ron has for sale. Ron, look at that NFL. He's cranking right now in the NFL, approaching 1,100 units of profit. We have a lot of NFL the next 3 days. All right, Ron, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, definitely, Tony. We're looking at best bet in the NFL today. It's in a 90% system, so you want to grab that one. Then you also got a college football playoff best bet out there. I'll be putting up some college basketball later on. And, I tried to stay away from NBA, but we'll probably have some maybe 1 or 2 hockey plays for you today. Soccer already went off, so we'll try to get some more of that tomorrow. And yeah, big weekend of football here. And like I said, the NFL has been really hot the last 30 days and over the year. So like I said, pair us up, Tony's great in the NFL. Rod's great in college basketball, the NBA. You know, got Chris Atkins. You got Solo. Everybody here that you see daily and on the weekends are really making it happen here at Tony's Pick. So pair us up and get that long term, man. You want to take us all the way into the new year, and we got definitely a lot of bowl games, and then the playoffs culminating, and then of course the Super Bowl. So grab you a long term and let's make some money.
Right, guys. Yeah, with Ron over at Tony's Picks. Long-term passes, your best value there. Remember that promo code Tony at checkout will save you 15% off. Link in the description. Get ahead and get signed up to Tony's Picks. Get signed up with Ron on a long-term. All right, I got a best bet on the board right now from the NFL. Having a great NFL year as well. Have a multi-pack working on right now for you from hoops as well as college football. So get on board with me. Remember the long-term pass. Remember that 3-day pass got you covered here. NFL Saturday, Sunday, Monday on that 3-day pass. You guys love that here on the weekends. A lot of NBA, college football action as well. Hoops, college hoops. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks and that promo code Tony at checkout. Save you that 15% off. Match me up with your favorite capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion. Really good value there. All right. Of course, we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get some plays in real time, interact with us in the chat as well. It's wide open for you guys to come in and post your comments. And of course, if you ever miss a live show, we archive the show. The YouTube has a great archive system. Just go to our live page and you'll be able to see the archive, watch it again. Or if you need help with the later games, just go forward the video to the later games and you get your help right there. On our morning show has a lot of shelf life here, guys. So check us out here. Also, we have a on-demand here with lots of video, not just a live show, but a lot of on-demand videos for you on our channel. If you go over to our YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of capper contributions, including myself, Rod, and Ron. Let's see what Rod has over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel now and your plans for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, and, if I didn't cover a hockey game here on the morning show, definitely go check that out. I've got you covered on all those hockey videos. Me and Ron shot a video on the playoff football, so that's archived. Definitely, you can go check it out. I'll have you covered for more NHL going forward. And as I said, once the conference play really gets into gear, I'll be throwing up college basketball as well. It's just there was so much today. I was looking at the college basketball. I just didn't get time. There was so much action just to cover, capping all this card.
Yeah,
you open it up, and I was like, "Holy, look at all this college hoops!"
And you also have some write-ups up there. Also, some articles on the site.
Yeah, then I got an article over there on one of today's NFL games, so definitely be on the lookout for those as well over on the site. Check that out. Got a few player props thrown in there and some trends and stuff, so definitely you want to go over and read that on at Tony'sPicks.com. Hit the links in the description. Get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Check it out.
Check it out there. All right, Ron, what do you got over on the Tony Picks YouTube channel? So you and Rob put together videos we talked about and more.
Yeah, I got some NFL videos. I got college football playoff with Rod, and we got you covered all the way through to the championship. So we'll have videos for that. And I'll throw out a basketball or a hockey once in a while. So don't want to take Rod's thunder because I don't do the Canuck dance, but
you come up with your own dance.
They bark.
I could come up with my own dance.
Both put a hockey video up there. Oh man, they really barked at him. I saw that everybody read that comment. Oh no, just leave Rod to the NHL, right?
It's like, yeah, whoa, where's Rod? What happened to Rod? I miss Rod. Not doing Vancouver anymore. But no, hey, everybody's got some participation. Everybody's doing videos,
exactly.
So check them all out, man. We got a lot of good content
on the game, right? Nothing wrong with that.
We got a lot of good content. I think everybody's covering once or twice or maybe even 3 times sometimes on some games. So, and Tony's got his whole rundown. So, yeah, we're always working here. We're working for you. We couldn't do it without you. So, thanks to everybody. And we got some of the cappers in the chat all the time. So, Ron Hahn out there, see you. We see you, buddy. And Blake and JM and Justin and everybody, man, that's here every day. We appreciate you. And let's make some money, man.
Let's make some money. Thanks a lot, everybody here. Of course, my man, Larry K. We've met. Everyone, Robert Martin has been around. I think he's followed me for 15 years. Robert Martin. It's been a long time there. And, of course.
We'll get Robert Martin to coach Green Bay. He said he has
he would do better.
Appointments.
Yeah.
From Winnipeg, isn't he? Manitoba? I think is where he said he was from, Martin.
Yep. Absolutely. Thanks again, Jonathan Nansen there as well. All right. That's going to do it here for the Tony's Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow. We have an NFL card, 12-game card, NFL, NBA up there as well, college hoops, hockey, and more. So make sure you tune in live tomorrow here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Before we go, you guys have anything in closing before we go?
Let's do it.
Have a good
It's
day.
gonna be a great day of
Enjoy it.
action,
Yeah,
man.
Definitely have a good day and get a couple TVs warmed up because there's lots of action going on and some of it simultaneously. So you'll be, I'll be tuned into a few channels sports action today.
Yeah,
can't wait.
You got about an
Here in
hour.
Florida, I hope my pipes don't bust. So
No, that's right. That's right. That's
Well,
right.
I hope not. That doesn't sound like fun. I've been there, done that. It's definitely not fun with burst pipes. So
That's
very
right.
important. No burst
Absolutely.
pipes. Today.
No burst pipes.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We give you enough time, about an hour and 15 minutes to get your bets in before the noon Eastern game. So we're going to let you go. You guys make it a winning weekend, a winning Saturday. We're back here again tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.
Good luck, everybody.